I woke up at 2 a.m. for 7 days straight. This is what happened to my body. The very first thing that we're gonna get to doing before even starting day one is we're going to take a couple of melatonin pills. We're gonna take 2 milligrams today, and we're gonna do that for the next 3 days to actually reset our sleep schedule. Right now it's 3:47. I went to go set my alarm, and we are going to sleep at 5 o'clock and wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning. So here we are. It's 2 a.m. and I went to go make my bed. We did that, bada bing, bada boom. And as you can see, I was not the happiest. I went to go do my morning workout as usual. I did the push-ups, I did some squats just to get that adrenaline pumping first thing in the morning and wake up. And then I hit myself a couple of thank yous.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna put up all my sleep metrics every single day, by the way, so you will see all my sleep on screen, the duration, the type of sleep, the REM sleep, the light sleep, and let's see how this progresses throughout the days. I went to go make myself some coffee. I made a little protein shake, put some creatine in it, drank that. I then did a little bit of gratitude journaling as usual. I did some meditation, and then I went to go record videos for my other channel. We had a bunch of time. I mean, the free time that I got with this challenge was absolutely phenomenal. At around 8 o'clock, I went to go hit a gym workout. We ended up hitting biceps, did some lat pull downs, did more biceps, and then I went to go hit some cardio. I came home, had a high protein snack, and then I went over to edit my videos. I made myself some chicken and rice, ate that, and after that I was severely tired, so I lay down. I felt really horrible, and this is a little bit of foreshadowing to come. Am I tired for no reason, or are these early symptoms of something bigger? Recently I had the flu, and after that I got hit with a double whammy and got a freaking ear infection, so now we are going to the doctors to go and pick up some antibiotics. On the way there, it was 4 o'clock. This was a late appointment, so I took some melatonin in the car right before going to the appointment. I gulped it down and got my booty home. I drank the antibiotics, and now it's 5:22. I'll see you at day 2. 2:05. Here is our sleep stats. I woke up and then I went to go pop a bunch of pimples on my face, which I know I shouldn't be touching, but whatever. Anyways, this is me flexing. I took my weight down, took a progress picture, took my morning antibiotics, and then I got my ass to work. I made myself a coffee at around 5:20, and at around 8 o'clock with Mr. Chicago over here, we went to the gym. I ended up doing legs today, so enjoy my booty over here. I hit quads, did some calf raises, and once again, I wasn't pushing too hard because I recently came off an illness and now I have an ear infection, and I shouldn't be pushing too hard, but something game changing is gonna occur very soon to us. I did some light cardio, I did some reading, and then I had another fantastic meal with beef, vegetables, and rice. Okay, so overall, day 2, how am I feeling? I'm not gonna lie, a little bit tired, a little bit groggy. It's still a little bit harder to fall asleep, and the whole ear situation, kind of bad timing, but hey, what can we do? So far, everything's going great. We're still gonna drink the melatonin up until day 3, and then once day 3 starts, I'm probably gonna drop off the melatonin, try to naturally get some sleep, but so far, we're gonna go back to work. We're gonna continue the rest of the day. Everything so far is great. What I'm really enjoying is the amount of time I get in the morning to work on my other channel. It's like I get 4 to 5 pure hours of just deep, focused concentration that I could put into anything that I want. So especially for those people working like a 9 to 5, imagine if you went to sleep at like 6 p.m. and then you woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You have that whole time up until 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock to do whatever you want, whether that's fitness, whether that's working on another side hobby. So yeah, it's honestly fantastic. And the thing that I've noticed is a lot of the time after like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, we don't really do anything productive. So it's just better to go to sleep, rewind the clock, and then do some work in the morning. That's that. I'll see you on day 3. Day 3 wasn't all too climactic. I made myself a coffee, and as per usual, I got to work. Here are all of my sleep stats, and they were honestly pretty good. I got some good sleep, the melatonin was doing its job, and frankly, the day wasn't all too eventful.
Okay, so it's about 4:30. The bedtime is at 5. We got 30 minutes. One of the best ways that I like to fall asleep is to actually, just like read a book, read a Kindle. I'll put the warmth to max. I'll turn down the brightness. But as you can see, it's that time of year where it's still kind of sunny outside, so I also have blackout curtains. I try to have no blue light before going to sleep, so Kindle, red light, and typically I fall asleep pretty fast. So we're gonna read this and I'll see you in the morning.
12:38 in the morning. Why am I up at 12:38 in the morning? That's because I could not sleep. My resting heart rate was up from 42 to 70 beats per minute. I have never had such horrible vitals in my life. Something was tragically wrong. My sleep was super fragmented. I got absolutely zero sleep. What the hell is going on?
Guess who got sick again? That's right, I got sick again. Even worse, and this ruined half of the challenge. I mean, it introduced a level of complexity that I did not see because I genuinely thought that I'm going to have to go to the hospital. I was sick like I've never been sick in my life. But did we still wake up at 2 a.m. or even earlier? The challenge must go on.
The challenge must indeed go on. I was spending a lot of time throughout day 4, 5, and 6 just literally laying down and watching TV all day. I mean, I felt horrible. I had a temperature of like 39 degrees, upwards of 40 degrees. And if by day 5 I wasn't good to go and I wasn't getting better, I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I'll put up once again all the stats on screen and you'll be able to see, I mean, my temperature was elevated 3 degrees above baseline. So if my normal temperature is like 36, that's 39. And for 2 days it was like this. My sleep was absolutely god awful. I was waking up at 12 o'clock and I would just stay up from 12 o'clock. So that's no good either. Throughout these days, I ended up watching all of Ozark, all 4 seasons, so that kept me busy. And then on day 6, I was starting to feel just a little bit better.
These 3 days absolutely sucked. Now, did I still wake up at like 2 a.m. in the morning or even earlier? Yeah, I did. And why is that? Am I superhuman? Am I trying to like torture myself or something? No, you see, my plan actually worked very, very well, and this is something that you can take away from the video. Those 3 days of drinking melatonin fully reset my circadian rhythms to the point where I was sick, right? So I didn't use an alarm. I wanted to get as much sleep as possible, but my body would naturally wake up at around, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And this is what starts to happen once you reset your circadian rhythm. You don't need to use alarms anymore to wake up earlier. As long as you go to sleep early, your body will naturally go through all the sleep cycles on time and then wake up at 2 a.m. feeling perfectly normal. What really helps with this, I think, is something so simple that nobody ever does, and that's just going to bed at the same time every single day, Monday through Sunday. If you want the biggest benefit to your sleep for like the lowest cost, all you have to do is go to sleep at the same time, Monday through Sunday. If you want every single day to feel like you got weekend levels of sleep, when you wake up on a Saturday and it's just like, oh my God, you just want to get out of bed because your sleep was so good, you already feel fully replenished. Just wake up at the same time and go to sleep at the same time every single day. Like, you're not a little kid anymore. You don't have to be pulling up all-nighters. Like, bro, you're an unk. You're in your 20s. You don't have to be doing this stupid bullshit of going to sleep at like 12 o'clock and then asking yourself, why am I tired when you only get 4 hours of sleep? If a sick man can do it, if a man that's about to be driven away to a hospital can do it, you can definitely do it too.
By day 7, we were feeling far better. I actually got some decent sleep and my body temperature wasn't crazy. My resting heart rate wasn't at like 90. It was back to 42. My HRV was going back to normal. Everything was finally getting better.
Okay, so we are here after the challenge. I'm feeling good. It's been a couple of days. I'm feeling better. I still woke up at 2 a.m. throughout every single day of this week, but I actually continued to wake up at 2 a.m. further past day 7. So it's around day 9, day 10 right now, and I'm honestly feeling great waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning. I have a bunch of time. I can exercise whenever I want. Today I went to the gym at 5 a.m. and I felt completely great working out early. So how was this challenge overall? I think it was fantastic. I found a lot of time throughout the day, and I really hope that you could take something away from this and maybe replicate it to a smaller extent. I'm really an early morning type of person. So waking up, at 2 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. is not the biggest deal for me. While someone who wakes up at, 8 o'clock, for them waking up at 2 a.m., that's like switching out the entire day. So if you ever want to replicate this in your own way, try to follow what I did. Slowly set your circadian rhythm back and don't go too far back. I always recommend going max an hour or 2 if you're trying to wake up earlier. So if you wake up at 6, you can try to wake up at 5 for a week and then maybe wake up at 4 o'clock for a week and then, go from there wherever you want. But yeah, I hope you learned something useful. Drop a like in the video and consider subscribing so that I can get out of crippling debt.